can it topple the green wall?
All right, here we go. Trailblazer actually blocks off Elbow with that information. There goes the toxic screen. And Valen is going to play inside the Poison Cloud, gets completely caught off guard. And now, as the guard themselves have to rotate back in with that 3-man stack through Elbow, they're going to have to give away this plant and really fight for ground here. Not a lot to work with. But as Jonah's able to tally up one elimination, maybe there's a chance to open up the back of the site, and that indeed does start to unfold. Screen goes up once again. Victor misses an opportunity on the first, dashing away a Saya player. All three guard members still holding their lives, but only for a small time maybe. Health pools are low. FNS now for the 1v3. Tally's the first cleanly. More shots coming out. Recon Bolt just a delay, but no one's on the defuse, but it is enough to allow him to peek, and the guard retake comes through successfully.
Try to get that kind of peek within.
The stack though from Optic, convincing control obviously through middle, but that toxic screen keeps the guard's defenders at A planted. So a lot of trust has to come through that the guard can hold their ground. Net rendezvous away after finding first blood. Second opportunity on Demarv, takes good use of it. Balance from the opposite side, so good with it. Yep, why not? Prime Gaming flawless. It's a good idea from Optic, but better defense from the guard.
Clean info. They had for the flawless Prime Gaming. They had a lot of the map. It looks like the guard do not want to figure out what Optic's doing. They're saying we are going to put our foot down on every round. Optic will have to react to the guard's play. And I think, again, that's where the lineup. That's where the guard become the strongest, when they dictate the gameplay, right? Because they have these big fraggers that really start to draw the lineup. That's where the guard become the strongest, when they dictate the gameplay, right? Because they have these big fraggers that really start to draw a lot of the opponent's agency. And okay, I may need 2 people to guard Saya player here. It's Trent. Let's make sure we have 2 on that, right? So if the guard gets in that mode, they almost become unstoppable here. And they've checked a few of the boxes to start that, as FNS tries to clean up this round 3-0. That's where guard members are going to be. Game may be able to find a return on the investment of a sheriff, and he does. Vandal is now in his hands as they take to the map even slower for the next pick.
And they know Net is tagged, by the way. I mean, you heard the pretty audible dink that came through, so you know that one of the defenders on B may have called for assistance. And I think Optic are thinking, well, if Net calls for help, we should have numbers to get over towards A. So they bait the fragment out. They get the read onto Jonah, not once but twice. Crashy still seems to favor this 1v1 with a Marshall. Hawk will go forward. That will allow the guiding light to find a little bit of value, but Jonah on the counter flash, so much value, holding on the top of the logs. This is a solo defense, by the way. The guard on the other side of this is largely playing kind of individual spots, and this is all of a sudden really turned out favorably for the guard.
Yeah. I mean, the push that the guard had actually put them out of position. Like you said, Optic rotating away from the play that would have... Like, I'm not going to stop smiling. What an interesting game so far.
Well, the creativity from the guard enabled by not just the Viper's pit, but also the Tour and Saya holding the op mid. All of it leading to success. Not even in conglomeration with one another, just individually. Yay, feeling feisty. Denied by Saya player as the second kill comes through. And Optic are getting absolutely manhandled on this map.
And it seemed like, you know, Shift, to talk about this, it kind of seemed like that opening pick was the thing that happened. FNS, they were peeking mid it was supposed to happen, sorry. FNS, they were peeking mid, it was dry, right? There was nothing there. A lot relied on what was going to happen out of the big buy in this round, and it didn't for Optic.
It's just advantages galore for the guard. I mean, this is already just different all the way through. I mean, the only thing that Optic has really kind of avoided is Jonah.
Watch the action here. Talk about that. Oh, just a quick up shot. I think Sky is actually one of those agents, and this is not to say Marv hasn't trained it, but that does require the knowledge of...
Yikes.
Oh, my word. Valen coming up huge there. They push out mid. The guard is just... The anti-ecos is we're in base for that mid strat. Wow, shit.
It's just... There is no concern at all for the guard of what's coming through caves. They haven't...
We might, as I was saying before, we might just be seeing that, as you mentioned, the not being as synergized with following this util as making it work. There, a quick identifier, it's pretty easy to see where somebody might be. It might be close, but I don't think he was ready for that close shift. Oh my.
It's if the guard are saying, if you don't want to take caves, we will. Valen flashed beyond recognition, though. Forces Optic's play through the doors. Null command comes out. Seeker's already mixed, but still no one clears off caves. That's the spike carry of Crash. He's down. Sure, of course, Jonah will kneel for a moment, but you know exactly where Optic are coming from. The reveal comes out. Saya player getting the information. Trust the knives, and why wouldn't ya? Victor, last one left, stuck behind logs. Nothing there. Guard still flawless defensively, up 7-0.
So cool by the guard.
Not feeling it, though. Still inches forward, waiting for a peek. Flash comes out, tries to time the shot and hits it correctly. Yay, shut down. There's a Vandal waiting just in case Net needs that to help defend with Jonah. And even though Optic are pushing forward, Jonah's still got a lot of utility to work with. Although the Recon Bolt will reveal him, that'll allow an opportunity for Marv to find one kill, and then Crashes to follow up off the Hunter's Fury. Counter coming out at a Trent. That'll stop the spike from being planted, and even though Optic are on, they're not safely able to get a plant off.
You just see what Optic has to put up with, right? They had a perfect flash, a perfect peak after that flash. They waited for the util. Net still hits the shot. Like, you can't do much more. Victor's going to try, though, coming back with the tour de force here. A 2v2 for Optic to possibly put a round on the board for them.
I beg your pardon. I didn't realize the spike had gotten fully planted. It looked like it was taken off at the last second, but this spike is down and ready to go. Optic trying to hold the post plant 2v2. Sai moving quickly, shorty in hand, able to catch out one.
Victor.
Now it's the ones revealed, and this is just a bait rotation back. They may actually catch a timing here. Net is trying to push through, and Optic are just happy to hold ground for the moment. Even I'll joining to re-clear, but that's the problem. You have to clear still so much space, and Net's timing is also exquisite. 2 good kills for the guard. Barrel seen. How about a third?
Oh my gosh. It's like lay out the beach chairs. They're getting taken down where they buy gun shift. Oh, Valen pushing up as well. There isn't any part of this map that is safe. Guard building sandcastles everywhere right now and keeping them protected. Now they just can. They are on the hunt. Crashies has a little bit of blood in the water. He gets a 1v1, and that's one of the bigger ones, as he may get droned out before the plant's open.
He's going to commit. All 3 members of the guard coming from the same direction revealed. Still takes the corner peek. Ill-advised, I would say, from most people's point of views. And Jonah will definitely make that the case.
Too much for them. And just keeping mid safe. So that means Crashy could have a good rotation here late into the round. But man, Saya player is just so patient with these situations. Shift, oh my word.
Even off the tag, still retrains the focus to get the kill. And now the focus from the front, too good. And, you know, maybe there's something to be said about why Optic doesn't like to go A in those opening rounds. Maybe because it's just, how do we get through? Not even just in this map. Saying, all right, Nat wants to get aggressive versus me now all of a sudden? Okay. And how about Jonah? Just sneaking out of double doors. FNS is on his lonesome. No help anywhere. But these Seekers actually made a system to at least reveal that there are players nearby. And as he turns, he's good for a first. Marv able to keep things interesting with a 2v2 at hand and a spike. But they're not actually confidently going to plant at B. They want to rewrap this all the way back over towards the A site, and if the guard get a read on this, they may actually beat him to the site.
Slowly. Oh, nice job by Victor here. Playing that cat and mouse. Marv's already? No way.
Yep, this is exactly the third person cam we need. That is a risky play with the spike to try to recut mid. So now Victor with the op, 1v2, 20 seconds. The guard knows the spike is down. Quick shot comes through. Back over to the headhunter. Up gives Yay blades. And Net has him caught in a bit of a corner at the moment. Yeah, he knows it. Tags it just for reinforcement of that point. And Marv, who sneaks over, is good for the double. That'll open the floodgates to B.
That's big. If this is actually a round, Optic kind of slows it down. They don't use this util, this composition they've been putting together. They just go back to fragging. Marv with the quick double dry peek there. And like you said, Shift, opening things up. Looks like B is going to be their haven for now. Can they make it? A 10-2. Just a little bit.
What point does FNS try to move forward? He says now, has a 1v1 with the blades and takes the double. And that may just secure the round, but Jonah's still in a position after getting the suppression out that he may still work forward with an opportunity to isolate here. Sees the shoulder of one, but he loses track of where Ye had gone to, and we'll finish the half with Optic taking 2 on the offense. I think a lot of people, a lot of tension on what he wants to watch from this position because his defenders are forward. including FNS. Toxic Stream goes down. Blessed is the timing. Can he find the kills with help from Ye? But Trent is able to respond. Ye weakened up, also does call, so it's a 2v2 engagement on the site, and this position through halls still favorable for the guard, including the read in the last two as the spike will get planted.
Either heard them or saw them both. The call is there. The jump down from Victor. Shift possibility in the 2v2 for Optic to start off on a good foot.
But what do they have to clear? The last guiding light's already been spent. Trent holding on the pyramids over the top of the logs. Shots are windy, but a Saya player clears off the back. It allows numbers to the post line. Recon bolt out. Marv looking for a timing to punish, but cannot. And the guard go to 11 that quick.
Halls has not had a lot of Vandal to secure the round versus Optic.
Ye has to hit a shot up here. Marshall enhanced force buy for Optic. I mean, it's a must. You have to have something here. But interestingly enough, the guard really don't do too much with the position through halls. It's instead just the full flood behind the toxic screen. Defensively, good reveals coming through. Optic punish, but the push with the numbers result in even exchange. Crashies caught in a corner, completely blinded behind recognition. And up top, Optic cannot stop the plant. Post-plant situation 4v3.
Yeah, this gets sticky now. Optic has these marshals they can use. Maybe the headhunter too. Scratch that. Take it out. Valorant comes up with a bite. But once they got that sonar bolt over, really nicely done by Optic to just start picking off the members of the guard. Now this fuel's gonna drop shift.
Yeah, the problem is Ye's giving up his position by spamming through. Valen ready for it on the opposite side of the site. Nat is good for it. And this vacation, well, I don't know if you knew this or not. Ain't quite not gonna land though. Side player forward. Sure, why not? Easy double. Valen on the plant. Viper's Pit already a part of the equation. How do you clear this if you're Optic? I think the rhetorical response of everyone at large is you don't. That seems to largely be the case. Marv looking for heroics. None will be found. 13-2. Put a lid on it. This was a narrative we said it might just be round by round as a chapter.